Hello, how are you doing? My name is Professor RSK, and I will be your facilitator. Don't forget to keep safe by washing your hands with soap and under running water. Wear your nose mask and practice social distancing. Do well to write all your questions in the comments section. And also note that your comments are welcome. Join me in class for today's lesson. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. You can also join us on all social media platforms by clicking on the link below. You can also read more lessons on our website www.profrsk.com. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Prof. RSK. Today we are having another section. We are considering method of purifying water, and we are looking at filtration. What is filtration? And what is water purification? In our previous section, we said that the process by which water is made safe, that same process where impure water, water that is not safe, is made safe, is termed purification. There are a lot of processes that are involved in making water safe. And today we are looking at one of the methods, purifying water using filtration. And we are here to demonstrate filtration setup. Now, what is filtration? Filtration is a process by which insoluble solids, when I say insoluble solids, I mean solid particles that cannot dissolve in a given solvent, solids that cannot melt, solids that cannot break down in a given solid, in a given solvent, are insoluble solids. So, filtration is a method used to separate insoluble solids from liquid. Let me give an example. When you pour sand into water and you stir, no matter how many times you stir, the sand is not going to dissolve. The sand is not going to disappear in the water. Let's look at another example. When you put salt into water, it becomes very easy after stirring that the salt disappears. It dissolves into the water. Now, these two scenarios or two examples I have given, you realize that one is insoluble solids and the other is soluble solid. So the insoluble solid is one that cannot dissolve in the water. So sand in water belongs to insoluble solid. Salt in water also belongs to soluble solids. I believe you have gotten the difference between insoluble solids and soluble solid. Let me give you another example. When you have gari and you put it into water, You will stir and stir. It will never dissolve. But when you have sugar and you put it into water, you stir and stir and stir, and the sugar dissolves. These are examples that you can give under insoluble solid and soluble solid. Today we are looking at how to separate an example of insoluble solid from water. And we have our sand, we have our filter paper, we have our funnel. Filter paper display in it, I folded it and then placed it in my funnel. I have this beaker to help me. Alright. I have this flask to do some small measurement. I needed some amount of water, so I had to also do the measurement so that I can get the accurate amount of water that I will need for this experiment. Then I am good to go. Since everything is set up and my funnel is ready, my beaker is ready, my water containing impurities, alright, the water is not pure, and we want to use filtration to separate the insoluble solids in it. If you look at it carefully, you can see the insoluble solids settling at the base, a few of them in the water. So our target is to separate this insoluble solid. So I have my funnel, I have my filter paper in it, and so I will gently pour my water containing the insoluble solids. I use sand, you can use another. So I'm going to gently pour it, as you can see. Alright, let me raise it a little so that you see what is happening. Alright, you see that the water is passing through the filter paper and then through the funnel into the beaker. So I can confidently put it down and then I gently pour it. Take your time. Alright. Since I am using filter paper, it will take some time. But in the case where you don't have filter paper, what will you do? You can still improvise. Get a white linen or a white cloth, a white handkerchief, a white scarf, and then you can equally use it. So if you want to use a scarf, what you do is that you put it on top of the funnel, alright? You put it on top of the funnel and then you pour your water as I am doing. Because I am using filter paper, it is a bit slow and the water takes some time to pass through the filter paper. So I have to take my time so that I can get the needed result. Alright. So filtration, just as I said, we are targeting insoluble solids. Solids that cannot dissolve in a given solvent. And a solvent here, we are using water. Alright, so I continue with my experiment. Pouring it gradually whilst observing the process. Alright, you can see my water being separated. Okay, I add a little more. I give it some time for the water to drain through the funnel. As you can see, raising it a little so that you can see. Alright, you can see it happening. Okay, so I add a little more. Then we keep going and we keep going. Right, this method is used to purify water. However, I must state that for you to successfully do this experiment, you are not supposed to taste any of the samples that we are using. Do not taste any sample that we are using in the lab. It is not good for your health. And so when you are practicing it at home, be very careful not to taste any of the samples that we are using. Thank you very much. So we continue. We continue. Alright, my filter paper has started its work, filtering some insoluble particles. Alright. we also have to add that the fact that water has been purified using filtration does not mean that the water is good for drinking. There are some particles, there are some chemicals, there are some germs that may escape the filter paper and will end up entering into the bottle or the beaker. So it is our quest to make you understand that filtration alone is not enough for you to drink the water. So we continue with our experiment, adding some little more. All right, the action is still ongoing. We are almost through. Be a little patient. All right. So we also want to encourage that you subscribe to our videos, and then you give us a thumbs up, give us a like, click on the like button, and then share your comment. What have you learned today? Write it in the comment section below what you have learned today. Or you can also write the definition of filtration in the comment below. What is filtration? Is filtration safe enough for us to drink the water? Let me have your comment in the section below. If you think it is safe, let me know. If it is not safe, let me know. Alright, I'll be waiting for you in the comment section. I'll be reading all your comments, and if you have any specific video you want us to give to you or provide for you, just let us know, and then we will also make it available once you request in the comment section. Alright, so I have my very last section. I want to pour them. Okay, so I pour it. Let's wait for the action to finish. Okay, you can see that. So just as we are saying, we are almost through with our experiment. Okay, we are almost done. We are almost done. Just some few seconds more. As you can see, some few seconds more to go. Right. So I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. But before you go, there are some few things that I want you to take note of. Alright? As you watch the diagram that is just beside it, I want you to take note of the following because it is very, very important. Alright? So we have our beaker here, we have our funnel, and then we have our filter paper inside, and then we are almost done. Right. Now the water that we have here is called filtrate. It's called what? Filtrate. So this is a filtrate. This is our beaker. This is our funnel, as I have stated earlier. This is our funnel, and then our filter paper is in it. Now, after the filtration, we have some particles in it. You can see some particles in it. All right. There are some particles that are left in the experiment. If you can see it very well, this is for the residue. The residue is here. All right. The filter paper is there, and that is it. So we have successfully made the water pure by filtration. And this time, please, I want you to note that filtration has a limitation. The limitation is that it is not able to remove chemicals that are present in the water. The reason why you cannot drink it without treatment, the water can be pure with filtration, but it needs to be treated. All right, it needs to be treated. So please take note that even after filtration, water needs to be treated before you drink. All right, thank you very much for joining us today. My name is still Prof. RSK, and I am in the business of making science very easy and very, very, very interesting. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. Today's assignment, please write in the comment section, what is filtration? The second thing, is water safe after we have filtered it? After filtration, is water safe? Write in your answers in the comment section, and I'll see you in our next section. Thank you and bye-bye.